Okay, if you're listening to this, then that means you're interested in the project. So this is sort of like an ad. If you're not interested in joining the project, then feel free to stop listening and move on to something else. I'm not picky. Okay, first things first. This is going to be a big project. It will take many months to complete. And stuff I've already covered. You know about two of the unique land masses you'll be able to go to, but you don't know about the other two. You will be going to LA, you will be going to New Imperial, but you don't know about Burning Man and you don't know about, well, and Fort Sorrow. Fort Sorrow will sort of be like the NORAD of the Fallout universe, and Burning Man, the hippie paradise where they set the giant statue on fire. I had a really good idea for that. I want it to be a sort of artillery base, and towards the end you get to set the statue on fire, and maybe it comes crashing down and kills the Enclave commander for that area, and you get paid. Other stuff, I've been looking over certain designs. First of all, there will be airships. You will have, well, there will be one little contract that, in particular, that you're going to enjoy, but I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Suffice it to say, you get to blow up something really big and important. Uh, like I said, 52 bounties, 4 of which ace contracts on separate land masses, all of which fully laid out and it's going to be impressive. And the area known as LA, I'm going to leave it extremely open to further development for those of you that might want to add your own stuff to it. New enemies, new Alpha Sigma Troopers, completely redid the entire concept for them. Now they're like Enclave Delta Special Forces, very, very, very tough. I'm looking to reskin them though. Maybe I tried the Terminator Cybernetic Dawn guy. He hasn't answered any of my emails, and there's been like 3, so probably won't be able to do that. If you have a unique skin that you think would look cool, something to make them look a little less human, then by all means contact me. Mainly, however, I'm looking for scripters and model makers. There's a ton of stuff that I want to bring into the mod that normally I would be able to do on my own, but for those of you that have gone through this process, you know that a 64-bit pavilion with Windows 7, you have to manually install Python, Blender, and all the other programs that go along with it. And 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work correctly, so finally, after a month of trying to tweak it to get it to work right, I finally said enough with it. So I'm really looking for someone to help me with that particular area of work. Scripters. This is what took me so long with the trailer. You probably noticed that I said I'd have it out in 2 weeks, and it ended up taking me about a month. This is because I left several forum requests asking for scripting help, mainly with the vertibirds, but the forums were practically worthless. I mean, no one helped me. Pretty much everybody ignored me, so finally I just said, you know what, I'm going to end up doing this on my own, and it took me forever to figure out how to script it right. So mainly what I need help with is scripting. Specifically encounters, really just dumb stuff that anybody knows how to do, like explosions and you understand, like massive vertebrate flyovers, stuff of that nature. And really willing to accept anybody's help on that. If you just want to make explosions, like just go all out, like I'm a pyromaniac, then by all means, I'm willing to accept you into the project. I really need help with scripting. Other stuff. If you have an idea for a quest or anything of that nature, then by all means contact me. I have to fill out this entire mod with unique encounters, so it's 52 unique search and destroy missions. I mean, some of them will be really, really cool. Yes, you will have to do an assassination on several. Well, I'll just keep that little detail to myself. But if you're interested on helping, like lay out cells or troubleshoot or concept design for any of this, then by all means contact me. I'm willing to listen to more than my own ideas, and I'm willing to accept help only broadly for anything in the project. Except for one thing. voice actors. You guys are going to have to wait until we get pretty far into this before we start looking for anybody. Even then, we're probably going to use who's currently on staff. And I'm just being honest about it. Except for one guy, Floats Up, he's going to be playing Admiral Krieg. So, he'll be the big bad villain. Lucky him. But other minor details, let's see here. Theoretical areas. Now, I had some really good ideas for this. One area I really want to add to LA, I want to grant people the ability to go to Disneyland. And I want to make it this really cool underground area. And just, I don't know, you'll be walking along and some raider dressed like Mickey Mouse will jump out at you with a chainsaw. I thought that would be really funny. But I probably won't be able to do that area because none of the theme park pieces from Point Lookout were included in this ESM, so the odds of me being able to add this into the actual mod are pretty slim. But if I get the ability to, then it is going to be there. Okay, now there is a unique faction which we haven't discussed yet, known as the Oakland Raiders. I mean, you know about the Brotherhood of Steel, but you don't know about the Oakland Raiders. I wanted to add a West Coast equivalent to Talon Company. So I came up with the idea of this mercenary force known as the Oakland Raiders. And they're going to be, I think I'm going to make them neutral right off the bat. But they're going to be one of the 4 main factions competing for control of LA. And they're going to be, some pretty badass guys. In fact, there's a quest, a side quest I have planned for LA, which you have to do for them. I'm going to see if I can import the aircraft carrier and see if I can get somebody to help me with Blender, because I want to convert it into a battleship. So you have to sink this massive battleship in an area, they call it the swamp. It's and I still have this under concept development right here. It's 200 years worth of earthquake damage, like a significant portion of LA slid into the ocean, and it created this creepy looking landscape where with flooded skyscrapers. If you've ever seen Big O, it looks like Paradise City. And there's going to be a battleship parked off the coast, and I want you to have this unique and really fun quest where you have to blow it up, because I think that would be really, really fun. Let's see here. What else do we need to discuss? Oh, there is a unique concept you need to be aware of. This mod will bring North Freeside into the Mojave. I've already gone through the long and drawn out process of redesigning the entire thing. So I won't be able to bring like the Strip and Freeside into the Mojave. I tried to, but what I discovered while doing it was that the city was scaled in such a way as to where I couldn't add it, which sucks because I wanted to grant you this opportunity to drive a tank onto the Strip. By the way, I'm looking for someone to help me with that. I have several ideas for vehicle combat, and anyone that can help me script any of that is welcome onto this team. In fact, my favorite concept we'll talk about later on is I'm looking for someone to help me bring mech combat into the game, because I've been granted permission to use a whole bunch of robotic armors. So if anyone can help with any of that, I would be very appreciative. Fun stuff. Well, I might as well tell you. You will have to do a contract, a special side quest for the NCR, where you have to do a political assassination. The quest will be called a Black Tie Affair, and it's going to be this really fun James Bond side quest, but I don't want to give away too much for that, because it's one of my more eccentric ideas that I'm sure anyone who has read through any of the materials and seen any of the designs will just be giddy about doing. Let's see here. I think I've just about covered everything. If you're interested in the project, you can go ahead and email me directly through this forum or through the website forum. If I mean, I'm willing to accept anything, in the way of help for this, because it has really good potential. Well, that's all.